Making my way downtown, walking fast. I don't know the lyrics. Da 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 da. Alright, second notch of flaps.
Yep, so watch that rudders, keep the wings level. There's your brake.
Whoa. Oh, that is such a hard habit. The brake.
But you're so used to using the ailerons that you think that that's what does the trick.
But it made it worse.
Yeah, so why don't you do that one again? This time I'm going to hold
hold this straight.
Hold your ailerons and force you to use your feet. So
7700. Where did I always mess up? Hold on. Lost comma 76. Ah. All right. A for best.
Caught you looking down. Huh? Caught you looking down.
Oh, don't pull this.
There you go. Nice landing.
Thank you. Flaps up. Carpet in.
Yep. Just watch doing all that. So when you practice for the check ride, don't touch any of that stuff until you're off the runway and stopped.
Okay.
If he sees you moving it while you're actually moving the aircraft, he's going to assume that you're not paying attention outside. And it's a good way to fail the taxi portion.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Unless they're calling it Pappy. Taxi be a Pappy Alpha. I got to be careful though, because if I say that over a radio, if I go taxi at Pappy, you're like, huh? Pappy? And slowly let off.
Porpoise call!
Ooh. That was not a good landing. Oh, there is something. Nope, go around. Furious Arrow 090 going around.
Roger.
That's okay, because we just want to come in for a landing. Oh, see, there it was again. Oh, man. Flaps up, carpet in, come to a stop. All right. Yep, see, it did it again. Something right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, flaps up, carpet in. Full stop. Focus on the end of the runway. And there we go. Flaps up, carpet in. So I think I realized what I was doing wrong on those first couple of landings. Why I was like kind of going up and down. I don't think it might have been a wind component, but I think it was mostly because I wasn't focusing on the end of the runway. I think I was a little anxious about doing the solo, and I was focusing too much on what was in front of me. And then I fixed that on the last couple landings, and I was looking straight down the end as far as I could. Oh, I missed my my call on the camera. Oh well. That was such a good clearance call. I think that was the first time I didn't say like frequency. I just said 5000.125.8 0242, and they're just like, okay, that works. All right, accept.
All right, then just open it with ForeFlight.
ForeFlight.
I'll say custom content. There you go. All right, so now when you go to the map, go up to the top, and then at the very bottom it should say practice layer. There you go.
Sweet. Yeah, that's really handy. That'll really keep me in there. Who do we got over here? See, we got something 7,000 feet. We got something at 30,000. I don't care about 30,000, 20,000. So there's somebody at 7,000 over there. YKN M2 M20P. Is that
Mooney.
Okay. What's a Mooney? Is that a?
It's a low wing, kind of like that Bonanza that's sitting out there.
Oh, okay. So I have to keep an eye out for him, but he's above the clouds right now, so as long as we're below the clouds, it should be fine. All right, let's get ourselves moving so the tower can see us. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. I'm going to do my turn coordinator test, attitude indicator test, major side compass test, and brake test. I already did my brake test, but cool. Just turned. Come on. Come on. Turn is the direction of the turn, ball's on the opposite direction. Hit tower, tower can now see us, brake test. Brakes are good. Would you like to do a brake test?
Sure. My controls?
Controls.
Brakes are good. Your airplane.
My airplane. Let's see. Side compass is a little bit over 20. Alright. Side compass is good. You already did the map for me. Thank you. That out just a little bit.
Alright, so which taxiway you want to take off from?
Let's. It's variable with the windsock is pointing down. Sock pointing down right now. Let's see plates. CIA airport.
Yeah, it was 1590 per your ground. Only thing I'm showing is normal call for release on taxi.
Nope, it's sitting on a T.
Huh?
Devin was asking me where 6 for Alpha was.
Oh. Yeah, I still don't know why it's grounded. Didn't look. So yeah, probably 3-1.
Okay.
So it's
So,
variable between 300 and 010.
yep, and the only runway he mentioned that he was using was 3-1.
Okay.
So that kind of narrows your options.
That narrows it down pretty easily.
Yep, so.
Probably do it off Alpha.
Okay.
So we'll call for 3-1 off Alpha if possible. Alright. Go ahead and make that call. So it's period clearance theory, ground is 121.85.
Advise you have Romeo.
1.85. Peoria ground, Skyhawk 52090 is a Firely Aviation requesting taxi to runway 31 via Alpha available.
Skyhawk 52090 Peoria ground, runway 31 at Alpha intersection departure, taxi via Alpha 4 Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha 4 Alpha 090. Alright, we got our clearance to taxi. Alpha 4 is right there. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. All the instruments set for oil temp. Waiting for that to come up just a little bit. But hopefully by the time we do our run up, it'll be good. Clear behind us. I said partial icing everywhere, so we'll make sure that we're not going to speed today. And if we need to come to a stop, we'll give ourselves a bit of extra room to stop. What are you looking for?
I was curious why we had like patchy little spots, perfectly spaced all the way down the.
Oh, that is weird.
Because it's not like there's tie downs or anything in those spots, so I was like, that's kind of confusing.
Is maybe the paint? Oh no, 'cause it's happening up here too.
Yeah, it's just like spot, 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 spot.
Huh.
Interesting.
Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Turn right onto Alpha.
So next weekend we have spot for next weekend, don't we?
Yeah, we have a spot for like the next 4 weekends.
Okay. I got a new student that's firing up, hopefully after next weekend, and he's wanting to ride with someone that I'm teaching to kind of see what my teaching looks like, since he didn't go up and do a demo with me. And I'm debating who I want to send him up with.
Me!
Because I originally had Hassan planned, because Hassan's like, I got this, and then he tore off to freaking Australia.
Oh man.
So he's gone for the next month.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to have someone sit in the back.
Because I don't think CJ will do it, because I think he's really focusing on his written right now, so we haven't flown in a couple weeks.
Clear to the left, clear to the right. No, oh, there's actually one jet way down there. But he's way out of the way.
Yeah, they're spraying him at United.
Making sure our wings are still not covered in ice. I feel kind of weird with all the wet liquid on there, but it's not ice, I guess, so.
Yeah, once you start going, it's designed to shear off the airplane as soon as you get going fast enough.
Okay. Coming up on our runway 31. Oh, I should be pointing at the wind, my bad. True. I didn't know they had a second windsock down there.
Yeah, they got them kind of all over the place.
All right, time for a run up. I'm on the brakes, fuel, set the boats, trim, set the takeoff, a little bit above takeoff. Flight controls, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, that's a little stiff.
That's because there's no airflow. If you bring it up to about 1,000, it should.
Well, usually when I bring it up, it usually comes back down by itself. So, keep an eye on that.
Well, if we bring it up, so if we bring it up to 1,000 idle, there should be enough airflow going over the thing that it should. I mean, it's trying. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's stiffer than usual. Usually it comes down pretty fast. Usually I have to hold it in place. So, okay. I mean, I still have full travel, so.
Yeah, you're fine.
Flight control is good. No, I don't need these. One of these back here. I need them, I'll grab them. Is our cabin air on, by the way? Cabin heat? Oh yeah, let's turn that on.
Do in the right mind, turn the heat off. It's winter,
wondering
people.
why it was cold.
Winter, people.
All right. And for icing also, isn't that? Icing, pitot heat on, carb heat on, cabin heat and defrost maximum. Strongly consider 180-degree turn.
Yeah, so that's if you encounter icing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for right now,
We're fine.
yeah, we're fine.
All right, fuel set the boat, trim set the takeoff, flight controls.
290, ready for taxi.
Oil temp's good finally, oil pressure's good.
5290 Peoria
Tanks are
ground,
good,
runway
suction's
31,
good.
taxi via Tango
Elevator speed is
Echo,
good,
cross runway
trip carrier's
22
good,
at taxiway Echo,
RPM is good,
and
amps are
verify
good.
you have information Romeo.
HSI
Tango,
good,
Echo,
altitude
cross
good.
22 at Echo for
Vertical
31
speed good,
and affirmative, we have Echo Scott 5290.
Good.
Romeo,
And
sorry, Scott
I guess that's
5290.
not technically on right now.
It doesn't work.
Okay, it was 5290, roger,
It's
thank
getting
you.
fixed at annual, so.
That's what they say. He also said the radio works, and that doesn't work right
Well,
now.
that is going to get fixed, because I want to see that working.
Also, is this new? I don't remember seeing this before.
No, it's always been there.
Okay, I'm just blind then.
There is one thing you missed. So one of these gauges doesn't look right.
No, that's fine. It doesn't look right. Oh. 'Cause-
That one says 300 and the other one says 680.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm always used to now looking at this. I almost completely ignore it.
Yeah, well, if for some reason that decides to turn off, which it shouldn't, but if it does, then you want to make sure you got your other one set.
Other one set correctly, yeah. So technically it should be like, what, 8? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Mixture best power. Primer is in and locked. Primer is locked. What happens if I were to prime it while I've got the engine on?
It'll throw too much fuel into the cylinder. Yeah. Well, actually, in the carb.
1700. 1700 RPM. Mag, test, mag 1 off. 50 back, good. Mag right. 50 good, back to both. Mags are good.
And just make sure when you do those mag checks, leave it on there for about 5-10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Make sure it doesn't go rough. There you go. Sits good. Then
Bring it back to both. back to right.
Because if you do it too quickly, you might not catch it if it's rough running. You'll just see the drop and then you'll turn right back on. So.
Okay. And then carpet. Carpet good. Carpet back in. And vacuum. Vacuum good. Amps, volts. Amps, volts. I don't think this works either. It's always at 0.
No, it works.
Really, really low amperage, I guess.
Yeah.
Oil pressure good. Oil temp good. Idle check. Idle good. Back up to 1000. And throttle friction good. We've got flaps, don't need flaps. Mixture best power, carpet off, or as required, but we didn't need carpet to take off. We got our squawk, got no heading bug. Doors and windows locked. Heading light on, taxi light off, strobe light on. All the other stuff is on, leaving that P2 on. Alright, and we're ready. So 1, 2. Yep, Pura Tower 124.0, 125.8 for St. Louis approach. We'll probably be, we'll have to contact approach, yeah. Go on a South Rax area. South is to the south, so I'm probably going to be heading for 180. I wish there was a way to put a track.
Unfortunately, this plane doesn't have a heading bug anywhere on there.
Anywhere, yeah. I guess I technically could put something in here and...
I mean, if the DG ever were to fail or something like that, then we would replace that with a second one and it would gain a heading bug.
Ground, Ops 4. Ops 4, P-Ray ground.
Right, so COM 1, COM 2 off, 124.0. Alright. Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 52090, holding short, runway 31 at Alpha, ready for departure.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria Tower, hold short, runway 31 at Alpha, for vehicle on the runway.
Holding short, 31 at Alpha, 090. On the runway. Where? Is he like over the hill?
He must be. I heard him say cleared on runway 31, so something's taxiing, and then my guess, if it's not clear by the time that airline goes, the airline might get priority, depending on what Chicago's doing.
I don't even see the airline either.
It's down here.
Skyhawk 090, runway 31 at Alpha, clear for takeoff, turn left on course.
Runway 31 clear for takeoff at Alpha, turn on course, 090. Alright, clear for takeoff. Clear to the left, clear to the right, nobody on final, nobody on downwind. We're popping right now. I don't know why we're popping. Heard that too, right?
Nope. Might be your headset.
Oh yeah, you're right, might be your headset. It is being a little funny. Alright, turning on to 3-1. You ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Gonna do it, roll and take off. Oil pressure good. Temp's good. Nose wheel off the ground just a little bit and rotate.
And Tower Skywest 5290, hold short 31, ready to go.
I heard it again, it's definitely coming from the plane.
Hold short, runway 31 for release.
Roger, holding for release, Skywest 5290.
That door's not open, is it? I know I closed it, the latch.
No, it's closed.
Okay. Oh, I wonder if it's something in the baggage compartment just rolling around.
Could be.
Alright, so turning on course would be south. We're going to wait till we hit 1,400. Okay, trim 1,400, turning on course.
Skyhawk 090, contact St. Louis departure.
Contacting St. Louis departure, 090, have a nice day.
You too, thank you.
And our clouds are at 2,000 right now, so keep an eye out for that.
St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 52090 is at 1,700 feet with you.
Skyhawk 52090, St. Louis departure radar contact, altitude your discretion.
Altitude at my discretion, 090.
Alright, so clouds are at 2,000, we're going to try and level off here at 1,900, just keep an eye out for it. Seems like the ceiling's higher than...
That's what I'm wondering. It feels higher. What we might do is when we get out to the practice area, we might climb up till we start seeing clouds and we'll come right back down. Just kind of graze them and come back down. Yeah, I am curious to see where it's at. Now, out there it looks a little bit lower, but out here it looks higher.
Alright, so taxi lane light off, everything else is still on. D-gumps is for carb heat and gas and undercarriage and mixture and seatbelt. So we're going to need our carb heat when we come back for sure.
Yep.
Interesting. Are these, this isn't heated, is it? The glass?
The glass? No. The only thing you've got is you've got defrosters that are up here that if you can feel it, it's blowing hot air to keep this defrosted.
That's what the cab heat does?
Yeah. So you got the heat that comes up here, but you also got the heat that's underneath the panel that blows out down here, which is what our feet usually get warm, but the rest of the body's cold.
Okay.
I still did not get this perfect.
Oh, interesting. If I hold it, it'll flip frequencies. Okay.
Yep.
I was just trying to turn this up a little bit.
November 0 Tango Lima, turn right heading 200.
St. Louis departure, Skywest 5290, 2,200, climbing 5,000, direct Beaver.
Skywest 5290, St. Louis departure radar contact, climb maintain 10,000.
Climb maintain 10,000, Skywest 5290.
St. Louis approach, hello, set ship 976, 12.7, descending 11,000 with Romeo.
Exit 976, St. Louis approach, to right McKinty, join the localizer for ILS runway 31.
Alright, direct to McKinty, join the localizer 31, exit jet 976.
That's the one jet they have coming in today at Byerly.
Got one job to do.
And it's not even really a job. They'll just come in, they'll probably walk to the front door, hop in a taxi and go.
Checking on my insurance.
November 0 Tango Lima, 6 miles from Ane, turn right heading 280, maintain 3,100 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 31 approach.
If you can, kind of go over towards Pekin Airport itself.
Okay.
Devin's asking for runway conditions at Pekin, so we'll just kind of glance over it and see what it looks like down there, and I can report back to him. He's supposed to take 6 for Alpha over there today. That's why he's got it blocked out.
Who's asking for airport conditions?
Devin. One of the mechanics out there.
Well, I have it in sight, so I don't want to fly right over it, but we're only at 2,000 feet, so I'll kind of skim it.
Yep.
So do you want me to just start climbing a little bit and seeing when we...
Yeah, why don't you start climbing up to like 2,500. Let's see if we start to see something. Then we can actually figure out what kind of altitude we got to work with here. I mean, 2,000 is going to work here. You could probably get it to stall, and we could do everything at 2,000 feet, but...
Skywest 290, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
I'm keeping an eye out for traffic. We got SkyWest at 26,000 feet.
Yeah, you've got nothing in the immediate area, 6 miles around you.
Is there anything else? Yeah, there's nothing nearby.
Yeah, nothing. Nobody wants to come out and fly.
Exit 976, 30 miles from
seeing
McKinty,
a little bit of
2,400, cleared
little bit
ILS
of clouds right there.
Alright, crest McKinty at or above 2,400.
Yeah, somewhere around 26, 2,500, that's where you should start to see something.
Oh, yeah, we're seeing it. All right.
Yeah.
Right back down.
All right, so 2,600's the bottom.
0 Tango Lima, contact Bloomington Tower 124.6.
All right. So now you know where your limit's at.
2600.
Cessna 52090, resume on navigation.
Alright, I'm going to start coming back a little bit this way so I'm not right over there.
You said resume on navigation.
Resuming no navigation, 090.
Good catch. He'll repeat it if I don't answer, right?
Even though, really, I don't know, he must have been told something different by Tower. Because we were given...
We were already told...
We were already told to proceed on course.
Yeah, on course and altitude at an own discretion, so...
I think he thinks that he was put on a 180 heading or something like that. That's what I'm thinking, because that's usually what they give off 3-1. No, it does look like there's some... No. It actually looks pretty clear.
Looks clean, yeah.
Taxiways might have a little bit of patchiness on them, like around the corners.
I mean, we can also just do a quick landing over here when we come back or something. We'd have to tell St. Louis though, right?
Yeah. If you wanted to do a landing there on the way back, we could do that. Or if you wanted to do landings there and practice at a short field, we can also do that as well.
Let's do our maneuvers and
yeah, we'll do the maneuvers first.
Checking all my instruments are still good. I'm a little low. Didn't fix my trim. We got another thing at SkyWest, 25,000 feet. So we're pretty much here by ourselves today. So
yeah, as I kind of expected.
all right, what do you want to start with?
All right. Well, let's start with let's do the hard one first. Let's do the power on.
Power on, okay. So we're gonna try and stay at 2,000, bring our speed down.
What's the very first thing we do?
Our clearing turns.
Yep. Don't forget those.
Maneuver speed is 99, so, oh, I already went past 99. Before I started, I was going like 100, so, oh, 100 is 99. What am I doing?
Yeah. So always get in the habit of doing those clearing turns because that is technically part of the maneuver. So if you don't do the clearing turn, he could fail you before you even start the maneuver.
Yeah.
Now, if you're staying in the same general area when you're doing it, you can ask him if he's okay with you using the last clearing turn as your clearing turn for this one. But if you're like 10 miles away from it or something like that,
always do another clearing turn.
Just do another one. It never hurts to do another one. But always check with him if you're going to try and use a clearing turn from the last maneuver in the same spot. Because otherwise he'll assume that you're forgetting it.
Oh, I wanted to try something too today.
Okay.
So when we get a chance. I'll show you what I mean after this all. Alright. Turn back towards the south. Alright. Ready?
Alright.
Pull power out and slow us down so we don't hit some clouds, hopefully, before I pump it back up.
Yep, so just keep it as if you're on a runway right now, so try to hold that altitude while you're setting up for it. Yep, watch that rudder.
Whee!
Alright, so you got the first indication. Now let's take one to full brake.
Full brake, okay. Bring us back up to speed.
And just remember when you're setting up for this maneuver, when you're pulling up, the heading still has to stay within 10 degrees of
that
where
heading,
you started. So
the heading was way off.
as long as you keep that rudder centered, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Just don't let the wing drop.
Bring us back down to our altitude. I went high. There we go.
Oops, watch that rudder. Just keep the wings level. There's your brake.
Whoa. Oh. That is such a hard habit. The brake.
But you're so used to using the ailerons that you think that that's what does the trick.
But it made it worse.
Yeah. So why don't you do that one again? This time I'm going to hold
hold this straight.
Hold your ailerons and force you to use your feet. So you'll get it back once you actually clean out of the stall. Then I'll let go of it.
Yeah, it's a lot scarier on a full brake. First indication's easy.
The harder you pull back, the harder it's going to stall. So
all right, keep my rudder.
left rudder. All right, and now it's out of the stall. So just immediately get on that rudder. Just try to get the wings level with the rudder. You can get as aggressive with it as you need, as long as you don't overdo it. And you're rocking the thing back and forth like this, because that's an easy way to get into a secondary stall.
I'm gonna try that one more time.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get used to that rudder kick. It's a good thing we're doing this today, because it's been a while since we've done full brake power on stalls.
Well, that's why I don't usually just turn everybody loose for another 90-day solo. You know.
Actually, it is windmill, so I'm gonna turn.
All right.
This way. I don't want to be aiming towards a windmill, no matter where we're going.
Oh, I don't want you to stall out a windmill either, so.
All right.
Visit 926, contact Tower Tower 124.0.
24 nothing, exit 926.
Get back up to our altitude. And we're already at 80, so let's go ahead and stall this puppy. Keep it level, and then once it starts to stall,
watch that rudder. See what happens if the rudder's centered?
Yep.
The nose just literally falls.
That was a lot better.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, what I wanted to show you, something I learned, I don't know if this is totally true or not, but you're just heading straight, and then if you don't use the rudder at all, well, see, I'm already trying to use the rudder, but like the nose is like wobbling, and that's something I wanted to try and learn, was how to use the, the wrong way, how to use the rudder.
You know what that's called?
What's it called?
Dutch rolls.
Oh, really?
It is an actual maneuver. All right, so when you turn right, what's the nose do?
It wants to dip.
So what's it do first?
Oh, what to do first? It tries to come up a little bit, and then.
So what do we call that?
Adverse yaw. All
right, so let's say you turn right. The nose comes up. You're going to hold left rudder. You're going to hold it on the line. As soon as it starts to fall, roll. As you roll, transition to right rudder. Your whole objective is to keep your nose right down that road the whole time.
Yep.
All right.
And that's what I was trying to learn.
Yeah, it is. And usually if someone doesn't use rudders, that's how to wake yourself up with rudders. Come out here and do Dutch rolls.
Because that's the biggest thing that I struggle with is rudder control.
Yep. So, and don't be so fast with it. So
I'm doing it too fast because I can see my whole nose.
Now you want to get the bank in as soon as you can, but just remember, only add what you need for rudder. So when you roll into the right one, so when you roll into the right one, you've got that rudder in, and it starts to slip. Don't immediately switch to the left rudder as you're rolling it out. let the rudder stay in there and only add it when you actually need it to stay on the line. So go ahead and spin us around, put us on a road or something.
Just bring us the opposite direction.
Yeah, those are Dutch rolls, and usually if I can tell somebody's not using the rudder, I'm going to throw you into Dutch rolls and have you do Dutch rolls.
I wish I would have, because that's what Gavin would have done, because like rudder is still my biggest weak point.
It always is. Most student pilots forget to use rudder. They think it doesn't even exist until they get to landing.
And even with landings, like I still struggle with it. All right, so turn it to the right, keep it on that.
Yep, and then
it's kind of like slipping a little bit.
Yeah, kind of, sorta.
And I'm pushing a little bit too far to the right. So and like I don't think I needed to push it. See, now I need to push it. Now I need to push it.
Yep. So the easiest way to get yourself to do this is try to take it to 30 degrees. So roll to 30 in one direction, add your necessary rudder. Then as soon as it starts to turn, go 30 in the other direction.
See, I'm hitting the right rudder too soon. But I see, yeah, it's challenging.
It is challenging, but it wakes your feet up. So a lot of times if you start to struggle with using that, when you first come to the practice area when you're doing solo, do a couple Dutch rolls, wake your feet up, then go into doing maneuvers.
It's just trying to feel the plane behind you, because it's a boat. Like I could feel the whole rear of the plane.
Well, the easiest way to think about it is, this is a wing, that's a wing. They're going to fly independently. Pretend like the fuselage isn't even there.
Sorry, let me get back up to altitude.
All right. Cool.
Alrighty.
All right.
Power off stalls?
Let's do power off.
You want me to do clearing turn? Can I use the last clearing turn I used for this maneuver?
You can use your last one with that. Okay. I'm good with that. There ain't nobody out here.
And this is the part I always forget. I know power on stalls, you don't use flaps. Power off stalls, you're assuming you're coming in for a landing, so I'm putting in flaps and doing everything.
Yep. So treat yourself as if you're coming in on a final. So go ahead and get yourself down to final approach speed with the flaps in.
There's not flaps.
Yep, so go ahead and put that nose down like you're going to start descending. There you go. So now you got your nose down attitude. Now start adding your flaps until you get them all the way in, which you got them all the way in.
And as soon
get
as
your approach speed, so 65. What's your vertical speed? 500 foot per minute. That's normal. You're established. This is your descent. Now you just pull it into a stall.
Come on.
There's your brake. Full power. There you go. Bring it up to the horizon. Work your first notch out. That'll help you get some lift back.
No, I got some lift now. So left the flaps out. Getting my altitude. And we're good.
Okay. That's power off stall. So just remember on the power on stall, slow it down to takeoff speed. And then when you add the power in, that nose is going to come up. Let it come up. That you'll get into the stall a lot quicker. You won't burn a bunch of altitude trying to get it to stall out.
Right, because I was trying not to hit clouds over here. That's why.
So that was good. You had a quick reaction getting the power in. Just remember, the first thing you want to do after you get the power in is you want to break that stall. So put the nose down enough to lower that angle of attack. As soon as you come out of that, then bring it up to the horizon and then start a climb out.
Okay. Want to do it one more time?
Yeah, let's do it one more time.
Established, first natural flaps, full flaps, bring it down. Launching for 65, 500 feet per minute. I'll wait till I hit 1,000. And salt. First notch of flaps. Come on. Second notch of flaps. Come on. Final flaps. I dropped it almost, that was one tick above 1900.
So you did fine with that. It's more about the recovery on that one. Now, if you lose a bunch of altitude, yeah, he might say something, but you're just assume that, hey, the runway's below you, so you don't want to stall and then hit the runway. So
Right.
as long as you recover with ample time, you're fine. One thing to watch on that, so the nose turned a little bit when you were doing the recovery.
Yeah, because I keep doing the aileron.
Yeah. So you have some aileron in there, so just remember, you still have the 10 degrees that you have to maintain, so try and watch that road or whatever you're lining up with to simulate a runway.
I'm doing
the last thing you want to do is break the stall and then find out that you're right above a tree line instead of the runway.
31,000.
St. Louis approach, light flight 518 to the north of Peoria, 2000, inbound for St. Francis.
Light flight.
Light flight. Okay.
Light flight 5, St. Louis approach, ready contact, Peoria altimeter 3046.
3046, light flight 5.
All right, why don't we do this? Why don't you want to do a steep turn while you're up here?
Sure.
All right.
Bring us back down to 2,000. Does this say angle of attack on it? No, it just has the ticks. And I forget, each tick is...
Once you exceed angle of attack, you're going to see the red arrows pop up.
Or sorry, not angle of attack, bank angle. But these are just the ticks. Is each tick 5?
10.
10, okay.
So 10, and then it marks 45 and 60 once you get above 30.
And steep turn is at 45?
Steep turn's 45. Not to exceed 60, because then you're an aerobatic pilot at that point.
Whee!
And what do you have to be an aerobatic pilot?
What do I have to be?
Yep. What do you have to have with you?
Your medical?
Well, hopefully. There's one important thing that you have to have, in addition to the plane being certified for aerobatic.
I have no idea.
A parachute.
Oh, really?
Beyond 60 degrees, you're required to have a parachute.
Like a strap to your back?
Like you need to have it on.
But I've never heard of an aerobatic pilot failing.
No, but every single YouTube video you see with an aerobatic pilot, check and look at them. They've all got parachutes on.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why they tell you never to exceed 60. Even at commercial, we have to do them at 55, not to exceed 60.
Let me go ahead and turn to the north while we do this. I'm starting the steep turn now. Alright. Actually, I'm going to do a full. Yeah, let's go north. You ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Alright, left or right first, do you care?
Let's do left first.
Let's do left. Turning left. So we're watching our altitude, make sure our rudder's in, make sure we got a little bit of extra speed.
Yep, so 45, so a little bit more.
A little bit more?
Yep, you're going to that next tick mark.
Okay.
There you go, there's 45.
Watching our altitude. Our rudder is good. I'm going to come back around and level off our wings and go the other way. Oh, a little bit more right rudder. Put that extra tick in there.
Light flight 5, change to advisor frequency approved.
Make sure we watch our altitude.
Light flight 5, thanks.
I know I probably could have used a little bit more trim in there, but that's okay. And level off our wing.
That was good. So you kept it within 80 feet. So you're within standards on that. Airspeed didn't drop more than 10 on that one. So you're fine there. And then came right back out to your heading, so I got no complaints on steep turns.
Yeah, I should have used more rudder, or more, more trim. I was fighting that the whole time.
Yeah, that'll make it easier because then it's just light control movements. So, okay, so that looked good. I'm not going to do any emergencies with you because we're already low altitude, so you're not going to have ample time to practice for that.
I can go over the checklist though. A for best airspeed, B for best place to land, C for communicate / do whatever you need to do, and D for, or no, sorry, C is for checklist, D is for declare.
There you go.
So let's just say we're in an emergency. I go A for best airspeed, pitch for best airspeed, B best place to land. I'm still looking for a place to land around me. Pick a place to land, do my little pattern around it if I can. C for checklist, fuel, mixture, throttle. This one has primer, so I would probably try and put a little bit of primer in there and try and restart the engine if the engine's off. And then go the opposite way, so turn off the mags, bring out the throttle, bring out the mixture, make sure everything's off but the engine doesn't relight. If there's a fire, you're gonna pitch down. I'm gonna start turning this way. Pitch down until I hit the yellow and try and put out that fire, and as soon as the fire is out, first you're gonna turn off everything if there's a fire. If you're pitched down, the fire's out, you're gonna pull out the mixture, pull out the throttle, turn off the mags, try and make sure everything's off. And then declare, mayday, 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 Skyhawk, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm somewhere near an airport or trying to give them my best location. And is it 7700? Or did I always mess up? Hold on. Lost comm is 76. Ah! Alright, A for best
Caught you looking down.
Huh?
Caught you looking down.
Are you wanting me to do an emergency or you just... Okay, so A, best place to land, best airspeed. Bring us back up to 70. The wind is at 30, so I'm going to try and flip us around. Be in the wind. Best airspeed. 75, there we go. There's plenty of room all
And actually, in this plane, it's 65.
Oh, it is 65? Okay.
Yep, so you can come all the way back to 65.
And there are plenty of fields right here, all nice and clean, because they just cleaned all the crops out. A little bit of trim. Fuel, mixture. Oh, I don't want to land in a town. This field right here. Oh no, they got stuff in the way too. Okay, well then we're going to circle. Throttle, mags, it's not starting, turn off the mags, take out the throttle, take out the mixture, make sure the fuel's set. Declare 7700, mayday, 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 Skyhawk coming down, onto my altitude. Yeah, honestly, I would like to say there, but I see power line, or I see like there are things in the way, so I want to turn back towards this way. But they've also got some things there. So I'm going to try and aim for that road that is in between. Actually, no, I'm going to aim for this road. Yeah. And if I can see, I like that field right there, but I don't know. I can make that. Yeah, so I'm going to try and land past this little point. I forget what those are called. I think they're just...
They're irrigation?
Irrigation stuff.
Yep.
And that's 1,000 feet, so we're going to pull them back up.
Alright, so a couple things I want to point out on that one as you're kind of recovering and getting going here. So, one more thing you can add back in.
Pitch for best airspeed, best place to land, checklist to relight the engine, and declare.
So, while you're climbing out right now, there's one more thing you can add. It's going to give you power.
Going to give me power?
Yep.
Oh, you put in my carb heat.
Yep.
I didn't realize you took them both out.
Yep. So, easiest thing to do is as soon as you start the recovery, push both hands like this to make sure that you get the carb heat in with it.
So you pulled out the power and the carb heat. You did both?
Well, you're going to want to do that, especially when you're in icing conditions not too far off. You want to make sure that you don't allow that cold air to go in there and start to ice up in the carb. So,
okay.
So anytime you pull the power out, even in the winter time, just assume that carb heat comes out as soon as you come out of the green arc.
Yeah, I didn't realize they leave the irrigation things out during winter. I mean, I guess they're always there. You just don't see them when the...
Yeah, they blend in with the road or the little pathway that they usually have going out to them. So
that's scary because whenever I did emergency maneuvers, I never saw them on the ground. So there's a good chance when you come into land, you're just gonna poke it, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So a couple things to point out on that. So what's the first thing?
Pitch for best airspeed. So
okay.
bring Bring the nose up, try and get to your 65.
Yep, and you don't have to be aggressive with it. Just get the nose up so that you're not traveling at 90 knots down towards the ground.
Because you want as much altitude and time as possible.
Yep, so you get to 65. Okay, so the next one was best landing spot. So
I really struggled with that one.
You really struggled with that one pretty heavily. So what you want to try and do is within the first 10 seconds, you want to find a field, lock in on it. That's the field. I'm committing. That's the one. I'm going for it. The only reason that you should bail away from whatever field you pick is if you see that, oh, I'm on short final and all of a sudden I see power lines, or I see irrigation, I see a person standing out in the field taking pictures of me, that type of thing. So immediately find a field and lock in on it. Best thing to do is look straight down, find something near you, and just circle over it. Try not to pick something way out in the distance that you have to shoot for unless it's a runway.
Okay.
That's the other thing. So
that's what I've always struggled with.
So when you first look for a spot, immediately twist this and see, can I make it to the next runway? No, 7.5 miles. I don't have 7.5 miles, so that's out. Now I need a field. Okay. You ran through the checklist. Checklist is fine. Everything you did there. Now, you did mention turning the mags off. If you turn the mags off, what's that going to do for your radios?
Oh.
That's going to kill everything that you've got in here. This is going to go into standby mode, which is going to give you 60 seconds of usage. Then it's out. You're down to just the rest of the stuff.
I did not know that mags also turn off radios.
Yep, they will.
I thought it was battery related.
Yep, so... Oh, the mags? No, the battery related. I thought you said battery. Sorry.
No, I said mags.
Okay.
So mags I can still turn off, right?
You're correct. Sorry. Ignore me on that. I thought you said battery during the checklist. So.
Well, you even said the mags. I'm like,
Okay. Ignore me on that one, but just make sure that you keep that in mind, especially when you start to come into land. So when you come in, you're securing the airplane. I know we always bail out, but then just tell yourself, if we're continuing, okay, now we're securing the airplane. Pop your door, bags off.
So fuel mixture, throttle. I guess technically carpet can go in if you're trying to restart it. Or no, would you want to turn it on if you're trying to restart it? Like maybe it froze? That's not very possible.
You'd want to make sure the carpet's on. It could possibly have caused something like that. So
in this plane, fuel mixture, throttle, carpet. There's no primer. Maybe throw in a shot of primer, try and restart it. If it's all off, lock it, turn off the mags, put back in the carpet, put, throttle off, mixture off, and okay.
Yep. Now, in the instance that you're running through all your checklists and you lose your spot, just remember the whole thing is do something, then look up. Make sure you look up. Do something else, look up. Try not to focus on, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, with the head down, because that's how you'll gain airspeed. You'll take the plane with you wherever you go. Just remember the cardinal rule, fly the airplane.
Fly the airplane.
If you get to it and you're like, okay, my field's right there, I'm too low, don't worry about the checklist at this point. Just commit to flying the airplane down to that field.
Was 7700 right for emergency?
Yes. Now, if you're talking to ATC already, leave your squawk code on there unless they tell you different, because that's how they know you.
Okay.
So they've already got you on there. Now, if they want you to squawk 7700, you can. All you're going to do is you're just going to change to red, and it's going to show emergency. But if they already know you're an emergency...
If I'm in VFR, I would probably want to, like 1200, I would probably want to...
Oh, yes. You're going to want to do that immediately and then go to 121.5 and start announcing.
Okay.
Somebody's going to pick you up at that point.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want to do next?
I don't want to do an engine fire with you because you're going to have to do an emergency descent for that. You ain't got room for that.
Do I need to do an engine fire for solo cert?
For solo cert? We'd have to do it on a different day. There's no way we'd be able to pull it off today.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Does solo cert require engine fire? Okay.
There's nothing that's required for solo.
Oh.
You can go out there and be in the pattern all the time. This is a personal thing for me to make sure that, if you go flying somewhere away from the field and I'm on the ground at work and all of a sudden you have an engine fire, I know that you can handle it.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So,
yeah,
okay.
Hit the yellow.
We can do some ground reference if you want to do that.
Good afternoon, Dallas 57, that's 33, 12,700, descending 11,000, we've got Sierra.
Okay.
Yeah, West 5733, St. Louis, approach suspect Dallas, runway 31.
Let's do a turnaround point to start it.
190, vectors for the ILS 31, Skywest 57.
I'm going to do that silo.
Okay, I would not do it over a city because you have to get lower for ground reference.
Oh, okay.
So find something, a road, you know, a T intersection works usually pretty good, or find one of them circular fields out here and use one of those. And a lot of the circular ones are on the other side of Pekin.
Yeah.
So we can always go around this town and then go out there and you might find some circle ones out there.
Let's just do that one right there, the house.
The house?
Little
Okay.
area. How low do we have to be for ground reference maneuvers?
Between 800 and 1,000.
Oh.
So what's 800,000 AGL?
We're at 700 feet elevation, so 800 feet above 700 would be 1,500.
Okay, so bring her on down to 1,500. And you could play with this number too a little bit. You could try it at 800, you could try it at 1,000, see which one works better for you. The days that you have wind, like a lot of wind, those are the ones that you want to really experiment with it on, because then you're going to get an idea of if it's easier to do it at higher or lower altitudes.
Okay.
All right, so where's your wind coming out of today?
300.
Okay.
So, kind of behind us at the moment. Already a little low because I started a little low. Bring us back up while we turn.
Skywest 5733, descend and maintain 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000, Skywest 5733.
I'm pointing at that house if you haven't noticed.
Yep, I kind of figured that's where you're going to go with.
So now we're about to point into the wind.
St. Louis approach, Comanche, 904, 5 Papa 6,000.
Comanche 945, 9 Papa, St. Louis approach, St. Louis correction, Peoria altimeter 3047.
3047, 5 Papa.
Wow, his radio is not working. And here comes the steep part. Really wish I hadn't started this at 1400. That's my bad. Now we're getting blown closer to it. And wings level.
Alright, so trying to see what the wind's doing to you here.
I think the wind's a little bit stronger right now because I'm like doing this right now. I'm trying to
It's
go
almost, it might be easier if you do it from
the other way.
the other way. The amount of...
Did you see how far I'm like angled right now, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it might be easier to consider this your downwind.
-7, altimeter 3047. ILS approach runway 31 is in use. Notice airmen runway 31 and runway 22, 10% ice and 10% 1/8 inch dry snow observed at 1110 Zulu. Runway 13 glide slope and outer marker out of service. Runway 4 and runway 31 approach light system set on medium intensity. All taxiway and ramps, patchy ice and patchy 1/8 inch dry snow observed at 1110 Zulu. Advise on initial contact UF Sierra. Peoria Tower information Sierra 1754 Zulu, wind 300 at 9er, visibility 10, ceiling 1.
9. 300 at 9. So yeah, it definitely picked up because it was variable when we left.
Yep. And another easy way to kind of figure out what it's doing, so it might be different at altitude compared to ground level as well, is do a full 360 and watch your ground speed on here. And wherever you got your highest ground speed, that's your downwind.
Sense?
That's a commercial thing. That's how we figured out commercial land.
Skywest 5733, fly ahead in 220, maintain 3000.
Heading 220 down to 3,000, Skywest 5733.
Nope. We're already trying to come down. We need more trim. barely tipping the wing over, and it's wanting to wanting to just turn. Okay. Very much appreciate if I would stop losing altitude. How you doing, Cam?
I'm doing good. I got no complaints. Yet. Except for this cloud layer.
Yeah, except for the fact we couldn't do a cross country today.
I know. Really trying to make sure those hazardous attitudes don't play into my flight to Chicago.
I wasn't comfortable going up to IOW today, so if it was at 2,500, I would have been like, okay, it's not too bad, but at 22,000, no.
Yeah, the TAP is still saying that they're expecting at 2 o'clock to be 12,000 foot ceilings. I want to see that happen, considering it's almost 1 o'clock now.
Well, they were saying it was supposed to be no ceilings past like 7 a.m. yesterday, and then it was like, oh, 8 a.m., oh, noon.
Chancellor 56 Tango Juliet, St. Louis, approach Bloomington, altimeter 3043.
Doing good holding your speed all the way around. Your distance is looking pretty good.
We got blown a little close to it on the other side, but now I'm right back where I wanted to be down this road. So this is perfect for me.
All right, so that looks pretty good. I mean, those look like circles to me.
It looked like it to me.
So, I mean,
you can tell I got blown a little bit right here, just a tiny bit.
Yep, and on this one you kept it nice and you kept it tight on the first one. Then on the second one that you just came around and did around it, you kind of widened your circle a little bit.
Yeah.
And it seemed to work a little bit better for you on that one too.
Skywest 5733, 6 miles from Tongue, turn right heading 280, maintain 2,500.
All right, let's do some S-turns.
Runway 31 approach.
So find a nice long road, probably this one would work pretty good.
2,512 established, clear to ILS 31 approach.
All right, so you're going to want to enter from the downwind on this one. So I think we kind of figured it's either kind of out of the north, kind of northwest-ish.
Yeah, so this road right here would be perfect if I just come back the other way.
Okay.
It's right below us. Use the same house, I guess.
That's fine. Yeah, because it doesn't look like you got any cities going this direction, and we're far enough away from the other one that direction. All right, so.
Let's stay at 1,500, I assume?
Yep, let's stay at 1,500.
Yes, sir.
So just remember, it's not so much about hitting points as it is keeping your distance away from the road on both sides of the turn. Okay. So once you set your distance, stick with it.
I always wonder if there's somebody like looking up at me. You're like, what the heck is that guy doing?
So you should see him when we do like lazy eights, stuff like that, low maneuvers, like stuff like that for commercial. Eights on pylons.
5733, contact Peoria Tower 124.0.
124.0, Skywest 5733, good day.
Good day.
Eights on pylons, you do it nice and low. Lazy eights usually do up high, but eights on pylons are kind of like turns around a point, only it turns out to be more of a figure eight than a circle.
Try and come over to the house. And I'm going to turn to the right first. Alright, 1,500. A little fast. Okay. Across the road. And yes.
So what's the wind doing to you right now?
Blowing me really far.
Alright, so
a little bit steeper.
Yep, so we'll steepen it up to kind of
my goal is
end your turn here, so.
This line.
Alright, so now you got your distance, so now you need that same distance on the other side. So as you're turning, what's happening now?
Now we're getting, gotta get a little bit steeper because it's still blowing us.
Watch your altitude.
Oh, shit. That's a fail. I'm gonna try it again.
All right, so we'll just roll right over the road. If you want, you can go right into the next one. We'll just reset it there if you're at 1500 and your right speed. All right, so you're going into the wind, so...
Now we're gonna get blown really far this way, so which means I gotta do a much lighter...
Yep, so a shallower bank. Let it...
Much shallower bank. Those power lines are my... Wow, I'm really being blown right now. There we go. There's the power lines. As soon as I come around, I'm gonna be blown so far the other way. Now I'm doing my altitude again.
Yep, so just keep your nose on the horizon as you're coming around. Remember, it's a visual maneuver, so you got to be looking outside the cockpit the whole time.
I'm looking at my entrance the whole time.
I know. All right, so as you come around, then you're rolling out. So just a little bit early on the rollout.
Do it the other way. Same thing, doing this line. It's got to be a little bit steeper.
Yep, so the wind's blowing you, so steepen it up. And then as you come around to this half, what's going to happen on the second half of this turn?
Got to be as steep, the steepest. Then I got to slowly roll it back out. Without losing my altitude again. Oh yeah, that was too steep.
Yep, so when you're coming around on this second half, you're coming around like this. You got the wind blowing you like this, and you're kind of coming, okay, the wind's coming like this, you're coming around like this, you've hit your middle point. As you come around, you mentioned it's got to be your steepest bank. If you do your steepest bank, all you're going to do is you're going to cut around fast, because remember, you got a headwind on you, so you need to shallow it out a little bit. If you do a shallow turn, you'll come right back out over the road right when you need to. If you steepen it too much, you're going to get there way too early.
Yeah, I think I got that part messed up. All right, let's come back around and then...
Usually it's ground reference that people struggle with. They can do steep turns, they can do stalls.
Yeah, especially today's a very windy day, so you really have to know where to steepen it and where to not.
Heck yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know what. You ain't seen wind yet. Wait till you get 14 gusting 22 out and you're trying to do maneuvers.
No thanks.
We're going to drag you out at some point to do that. You're really going to see the importance of shallow and steep turns. All right, so right now the wind's blowing you.
Yep.
So keep a nice little steep turn in here. That'll kind of set your distance. And then once you got your distance, now the wind's transitioning off your nose, so a shallower turn. And it's all about just timing and holding altitude.
I mean, turning around a point also kind of helps because I'm just making a point, watching that turn, making it a nice semicircle.
Yep. All right, so then as you come around here, then you start rolling back out, wings level. All right.
Bumpy.
So the wind's still off your nose, so this one will be a shallow turn.
Watching that point, watching my altitude, watching my speed, everything's happy right now. For now, anyway. Gonna hit my power lines. There's my power lines.
Yep, now it's starting to blow you towards the road a little bit, so now you have to steepen it up.
Yep. Yep. Oh wow, it's really blowing. Ooh, there we go. A little early.
But not bad.
Whew. That was better than the last one for sure.
Yeah, that one was much better. It's just reminding yourself the whole time, ask yourself, where's the wind? And then Tell yourself, is it steep or shallow?
For me, it's as soon as I started looking outside of the plane, I was doing better.
Well, I mean, it is a visual maneuver. So if you sit here and stare at the panel the entire time, it's not going to work out for you.
Because I'm basically just turning around a point, except I'm doing it 2 semicircles, which helps. You good?
Yeah. I'm going
to bring it back up to 2,000.
Answer 6 Tango Juliet, change to my frequency 125.8.
Answer 6 Tango Juliet up on 125.8.
6 Tango Juliet, Roger, Kilo, altimeter 3046.
46 on the meter.
59er Papa, contact, approach 132.570.
Kevin's still
3257,
runway.
thanks.
He's like, ooh, does the runway look good? Yeah, it looks good. Okay. How's the taxiways look? Dude, I'm not going to give you runway conditions. That's what NOTAMs are for.
Come out here and see for yourself.
It doesn't look that far from Pekin. You can just drive out there and look.
All right, what's next?
All right, so those are all ground reference maneuvers that you have. So between those two, so let's see here. All right, so Pekin's out there. There's the smokestacks. All right, take 2. Engine
Pitch
failure.
for best airspeed. Be best place to land. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Go to this field right below us.
All right, we'll just start building a rectangular pattern around it, just like a normal landing pattern, because that'll keep it as normal as possible for you. And if you need to lose altitude, then you can do circles over it until you get down to where you feel is pattern altitude.
5. The checklist, fuel, mixture, throttle, carb heat, mags, blah blah blah, primer, pump it, start it, doesn't start, primer back in, turn off the mags, turn off the throttle, take out the mixture, declare, Skyhawk 52090 is, let's see if we can give a little bit of distance, let's try this, 6 nautical miles southeast of Pekin, coming in for emergency landing, engine out. Mayday. And now we're going to focus on the landing. Man, this thing is really going to glide forever, huh?
Yep,
Well,
at 65, you can get some real good glide distance out of this thing.
Especially in the cold, man. I feel like I'm going to be up here forever. I'm only at 1,500 still.
You can get some distance out of this thing. You really can.
I see power lines, so I want to make sure I don't hit those. We're at 1,400. So I want to go ahead and, I think, hit this road. I'm going to start my turn in. Yeah, you can even see I'm like going completely this way.
And I like the fact that you are actually crabbing into the wind a little bit on this, because it's helping you build more of a box pattern. Not saying you have to, but
it does help. Watch over terrain. And I should have extended just a little bit, I think.
all right. So
But I could land here, no problem on those fields. And
all right, go ahead and go around.
build up some airspeed and climb. That poor house. They didn't hear nothing,
Yeah.
and then just whirr. They're probably like, what the hell? All right, carb heat back in.
All right. So, yep, like you had mentioned, if you had extended just a little bit further out, you probably would have been a little bit lower coming in. You did have the power lines, which you had mentioned, which is fine. You want to make sure you stay above those. So let's say you were coming in for that field. You did extend out a little bit, and you feel like you're going to be just a little bit low. What's something you can do? Because you don't want to just yank back.
Flaps.
Yep, so you can add flaps, because you know that first 10 degrees of flaps, as soon as you put that in, you're going to get a momentary lift, and then that's going to help set you up, again, for landing coming down. Just make sure you maintain your speed coming down, and you don't let it wander too slow, and then you stall with flaps in.
Yep.
But other than that, that was just fine. So. All right. That's about all that we can do in the practice area. So, if you want, we can go back in. We can do some landings if you want to do that, or we could just call it. Whatever works for you.
What, is that everything we need for the solo, or?
Yep. Oh, other than that, it's just landings. I know you can do it. I know you can land the airplane. I've seen it enough times. I'm not going to throw you around the pattern 400 times.
Well, I'm wondering. Oh no, because you've got it out with Hannah. Never mind. I was gonna say we could go back and I could just try and do some solo landings, but it's not probably gonna.
I mean, you can if you want.
Well, no, because she's got. It's already 12:30.
So, this was Olivia's flight. This is. She doesn't know. She doesn't know which plane we were going to take, because if I'm flying her, I want this plane going to Chicago.
Okay.
I don't want her plane, but if she's flying, then she might be more comfortable in her airplane. So we kind of double booked an airplane. We shouldn't have done that, but.
So yeah, we could go back to Peoria.
So if you wanted, yeah, because we could talk to her, and if you wanted to go up and practice some landings and stuff like that at Peoria, you could stay in the pattern while we're kind of discussing what we're going to do.
Let's give me another hour of solo flight.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and take me in then?
Alrighty.
St. Louis approach, Skyhawk 52090. We're about We're about 15 miles south of Peoria Airport, looking to come in for some full stop landing.
I can't believe I said shoot over the radio.
590 approach, seat inbound, runway 31.
Seating inbound for runway 31, 090.
And most times, unless he's like super busy and talking to a bunch of different people, you don't have to tell him where you're at. He already knows where you're at. You're the only person on his scope.
Okay.
So you can just say, hey, I'd like to go back to Peoria. He'll probably ask you at some point if you got whatever it is. I'm guessing it's Sierra now. And then that's it. So, but if he's got a lot of people, then you can say, hey, I'm just south of Pekin Airport. You know, wanting to go back into Peoria.
I'd probably just be like, that's
Notice
fine.
airman, runway 31 and runway 22, 10% ice and 10% 1/8 inch dry snow observed at 1110 Zulu. Runway 13 glide slope and outer marker out of service. Runway 4 and runway 31 approach light system set on medium intensity. All taxiway and ramps, patchy ice and patchy 1/8 inch dry snow observed at 1110 Zulu. Advise on initial contact UF Sierra. Peoria Tower information, Sierra 1754 Zulu, wind 300 at 9er, visibility 10, ceiling 1800, overcast, temperature -3, dew point -7, altimeter 3047. ILS approach runway 31 is in use. Notice airman, runway 31 and runway 22, 10% ice and 10%.
Okay, so 1,800 clouds. Our pattern is 1,700, so that is like right at our minimums. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Especially if I want to go up and do a solo.
Yeah. So you're just going to take me straight in, land me, kick me out, then you go do solo? Is that what you want to do?
Sure.
Okay.
I need you to sign my logbook.
Yep.
And do all that, but yeah. I see that obstacle though, so I'm going to...
What I'm going to do for you is I will send you the endorsement on for flight as soon as we get out of the cockpit.
Okay.
You can actually, if you wanted, you could just dump me out of the airplane. Leave everything running if you really wanted to. I'll send you the endorsement while you're sitting there getting your clearance and everything.
Tuck and roll.
I mean, whatever works for you. If you want to shut it all the way down and fire it all the way back up, you can. It's just more practice.
I think that'd be a good idea. Shut it all down, turn it all back up.
That's fine.
So we want runway 31, so we need to be going this way just a tiny bit. He said he didn't say straight in yet, did he? He just said show up.
Nope, he just said proceed to 31, so.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like anybody's landing or doing anything, so as soon as they enter the Class C, they're probably like, all right, contact tower 31. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of curious. They say the Vortex out of service, so I wanted to see if it's out of service.
Whoa. Why do I... Oh, because you're doing that?
Yeah.
One.
Oh, it's working.
It's really loud.
It's not test, it's given the PAA. Alright, and the ILS is working.
Weird.
Okay.
Maybe they just fixed it?
It could be. I know it's supposed to go down again tomorrow morning, but...
Alright, so pre-landing, don't forget to turn on my carpet. I'm not going to turn my... I'll wait.
ExitJet 976, Peoria ground, runway 31, taxi via Alpha 4, Alpha Echo, cross runway 22 at taxiway Echo.
Dog 090, contact Peoria Tower, good day.
Oh,
Contacting Peoria Tower, 124.0, have a nice day, 090. Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 52090 is south of Peoria Airport, looking to come in at runway 31 for a full stop landing.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria Tower, make straight in, runway 31, clear to land.
Straight in, runway 31, clear to land, 090.
alright. I'm surprised they kind of cleared you already when they got that exec jet that's taxi into the runway.
Whenever they say straight in from this far out, I'm just like, alright, well, time to punch it. It's so far out.
Alright, so if she's wanting you to come straight in for 3-1, which direction do we need to be pointing towards?
I mean, this way just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go that way. But she's not expecting you to go onto a base. Just kind of slowly make your way back over to the center line.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Maintaining altitude. We're going to put up the 2500. Look how much faster it is than... Say we're going 120, but the POH says 114. So... Oh, birds.
Yep, just keep an eye out for birds, especially around the river. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it is kind of working. Yeah, I mean, it's nice cold air.
That kind of scared me.
What?
The birds.
Well, that's why I wanted to point them out, just to make sure that, you know,
You're aware.
You're keeping an eye on them, because usually they hang around the rivers, so...
It's just so hard to notice them until they're like right up next to you, especially because they blend into the...
I just happened to catch a glimpse of them because they went over a field in our perspective.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen them.
Alright. Back over this way some.
Hello, Beacon.
Hello, Governor.
I'll see if I can spot my house. Not my house, but my mom's house. I see it.
Nice.
Which means she hears an airplane right now, and she's like, oh, which one is it? Oh, it's 090.
Oh, it's my son again.
She's like, oh, that must be Cameron, so let me just look that up, and I'm going to track it all the way into final. Intercept the localizer runway 31.
I wish, am I allowed to do ILS or RNAV approaches as a VFR pilot? Like if
I mean, you could practice approaches, yes.
No, but could I like tell Tower I want the RNAV for runway 31 as a VFR?
They have no way of knowing whether you're an IFR rated pilot or not. So you can do a VFR.
Would I get in trouble for doing it?
No, just know what you're doing.
Okay.
Exit 976, Peoria Tower, runway 31, clear for takeoff, flight runway heading, traffic on a 3-mile left base to runway 31 is the Skyhawk.
Alright, 31, clear for takeoff, runway heading, ExitJet 966.
Anyway, on
Skyhawk 52090, traffic departing prior to arrival is a citation.
We're keeping an out for that traffic, 090.
Yeah, by God, let me just turn onto the runway now.
I have that traffic in sight, 090.
I'll slow this on down then.
But yeah, before you do something like that, though, with practicing approaches, we'll worry about that after private, but I'm more happy to take you out and show you approaches, and we can actually go through them, kind of like how you do in the sim, and we'll practice them, and then you're more welcome to practice them. Just know that you still have to comply with all VFR regulations while you're practicing them, but they're going to expect it as if it's an ILS. So
Yeah,
they're going to expect you to know how to respond back to them.
I was thinking about doing my commercial first, and then I realized, like, just do the IFR. Like, seriously.
Yeah, do your instrument first. The stuff that you do during the instrument can count for commercial, but commercial's not going to do you any good if you can't.
I just hope it doesn't take as long as, like, I don't want it to take another year for an instrument.
Instrument might take you a while.
976, contact St. Louis departure, good flight.
It's a lot of approaches.
Departure, great day, exec jet 976.
But that's because it's making you a more proficient pilot. It's the hardest rating to get, for sure, aside from ATP. But it is definitely hard. But it's very rewarding, too. It opens up a whole new realm of possibilities.
I love that abandoned building also. I don't know why, but every time I see it, it's just so decrepit and abandoned. And
right at the edge of Bartonville there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I passed by it once or twice going from Pekin. Alright. Easy landing. 300, so the wind's pointing me a little bit.
So I'd say you were on the ILS. Do you know what that gauge is telling you?
This one?
Yep.
I am, the line is below me.
Yep.
Negative.
This means you're just a little high. So then on instrument, instead of pointing the nose down, you just pull some power out and let it come down a little bit.
I'll still go put in my, I'll wait for the final notch flaps for a second. And coming up on the intercept. Ooh. Little windy.
Oh, it doesn't work. Never mind.
Final notch flaps. Very windy. It's working? Am I still just too high?
Yep, you're just still too high.
Wow. I guess it's always one thing whenever you see jets coming in that feels like they're
Well, they're bigger, so
yeah.
you know they look like they're higher than what they really are.
Alrighty. Quite a bit of right rudder in at the moment. Oh, don't pull this.
There you go. Nice landing.
Thank you. Flaps up, carpet in.
Yep. Just watch doing all that. So make sure.
Skag 090, turn right at Mike, contact ground 0.85.
Turn right at Mike, contacting ground 0.85, 090.
When you practice for the check ride, don't touch any of that stuff until you're off the runway and stopped.
Okay.
If he sees you moving it while you're actually moving the aircraft, he's going to assume that you're not paying attention outside. And it's a good way to fail the taxi portion.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
Yep. So he's a big proponent of that because as soon as you reach down to start touching that, inevitably your eyes go down to verify, but you're still moving forward. So he wants, it's a whole thing with taxiing and runway incursions and stuff like that. People do that all the time when they're setting up to come take off and whatnot, then they roll past the hold short line or something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good way to get your hand slapped by him.
Don't touch it. All right. And we're off to the thing. 1.85, COM 2. After landing, flaps up, carpet off, strobes off, landing light off, taxi light is on, pitot heat off. As required, clean it out just a tiny bit, and we're good to go. PRA ground, Skyhawk 52090, just off of runway 31 at Mike, requesting taxi to Byerly Aviation.
Skyhawk 52090, PRA ground, taxi to Byerly via Delta.
Taxi via Delta 090. Alright. That was the cleanest taxi instruction I've ever said. That felt good.
Gonna have to take you somewhere we gotta cross runways.
Yeah, I already fucked that up once. Got a little bit of trauma from that. I think it was it Canton? I tried to, like there's an intersecting runway. I almost barreled through it and Gavin had to slam on the brakes. Go to the right, go to the left, go straight ahead. Because I had no idea that there was a runway there. And I guess I technically wasn't paying attention. It was definitely my fault. But he wasn't like, hey, what are we missing or anything like that. I'm just sitting there rolling along and he just slams on the brakes. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
What did I do? Okay. I'm gonna go work on your endorsement while you're taxiing in here.
Hello, Governor. A little bit windier than usual today, so I will do my best.
Hey, you keep doing what you just did, I'm not gonna complain. Don't try anything crazy, that's all.
Nope, no thank you. I like to live. An eye out for vehicles and people and planes and animals and everything. So do you want to actually sign my physical logbook, or are you just going to wait till we get inside?
I'll fill out the paper one. It's sitting out in my car. So I'll fill that one out, and then I'll just put the sticker in your logbook. That one will suffice, because you've received an endorsement from me, so.
Okay. So for right now, this will be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
You want me to pull you up to the door?
If you just want to pick a T, you can park on any T that you want.
Okay.
Because are you still planning on shutting down?
Yeah, I'm going to shut down and then come back out.
Okay. Yeah, if you want, you can pick any one of the T's out there. So the guy.
There's one with chocks in
If you
front
want,
of it.
you can do the front door one if you really wanted to. The one that's just to the right of the chocks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Park there, you can drop. Well, I'll hop out, get all my junk out, because I'm sure Hannah's here already. What time is it? Yeah, she's probably here. Little speed racer that she is.
I mean, I always get here an hour early, too. I almost got here an hour early today, and I was like, I should probably message first.
That's right. I woke up and I looked over and it said 8 o'clock. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Securing avionics off. See ya. Good morning. We are soloing this afternoon. Slightly high winds. Not high winds, 9 knots. This will only be the second time ever I've soloed. I had to get recertified, which is that first part of the video you saw, and then now going up by myself. So making sure everything's on. Got nobody in the seat next to me, watching me from the ground. And yeah, we'll get this started. So we've gotten our starting checklist all the way up to the avionics on. Got to make sure we get our ATIS.
1854 Zulu, wind 290 at 8, wind variable between 260 and 330, visibility 10, ceiling 1,900 overcast, temperature -3, dew point -7, altimeter 3047. ILS approach runway 31 is in use. Notice airman, runway 31 and runway 22, 10% ice and 10% 1/8 inch dry snow, observed at 1110 Zulu.
No.
Runway 13 glide slope and outer marker out of service. Runway 4 and runway 31 approach flight system set on medium intensity. All taxiways and ramps patchy ice and patchy 1/8 inch dry snow. Reported 1110 Zulu. Advise on initial contact you have Tango. Peoria Tower information Tango 1854 Zulu, wind 290 at 8, wind variable between 260 and 330, visibility 10, ceiling 1,900 overcast, temperature -3, dew point -7, altimeter 3047. ILS approach runway 31 is in use. Notice airman, runway 31 and runway 22, 10% ice and 10% 1/8 inch dry snow, observed at 1110 Zulu. Runway 13 glide slope and outer marker out of service. Runway 4 and runway 31 approach flight system set on medium intensity. All taxiways and ramps patchy ice and patchy 1/8 inch dry snow. Reported 1110 Zulu. Advise on initial contact you have Tango.
I didn't hear the variable wind part. That's the weird thing.
Peoria Tower information Tango 1854 Zulu, wind 290 at 8, wind variable between 260 and 330. Visibility 10, ceiling 1,900.
All right, information Tango, time 1854 Zulu, winds 290 at 8, variable between 260 and 330, visibility 10, overcast at 1900 feet, temp -3, dew point -7.
Only thing I'm showing currently is the normal call for release on
Altimeter is
taxi.
3047. So we have our altimeter. We're going to get our spot code now from Peoria ground, or sorry, from Peoria clearance delivery. So.
And ramps, patchy ice and patchy 1/8 inch dry snow. Reported 1110 Zulu.
75, 124.675. We're on with clearance delivery. We got on COM 2. And we're going to ask them for clearance and the pattern work for all that. I got to change my little blurb. So student solo information Tango. Peoria clearance delivery, Skyhawk 52090, student solo with information Tango requesting VFR in the pattern today.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria clearance, maintain VFR at or below 5,000. Correction. Maintain VFR at or below 5,000, squawk 0217.
At or below 5,000 feet, 0217.
Skyhawk 52090, read back correct.
All right, we got our squawk 0217, at or below 5,000 feet in the pattern. ADSB is on, we got a radio good, taxi light is on, we got our other lights on. Attitude indicator test, we're going to do attitude indicator, turn coordinator, HSI 2 compass. Actually, I can do the HSI compass now because they were just flying. Let's go ahead and set that to west a little bit, and then we're going to try and get out of here best as we can. So give myself a little bit of power. Not want that. Turn ourselves away from the nice, pretty airplane. I'm going to go ahead and get over here so the tower can see us. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Tower can now see us. Into a stop. Turn was in the direction to turn, balls in the opposite direction. Brake test is good. Turn coordinator test, HSI compass test, they're all good. So now we're going to go ahead and contact Peoria ground.
Altimeter 3047. ILS approach runway 31 is in use. Notice airman, runway 31.
Let him know that we're at Byerly Aviation requesting taxi. Winds are still variable, but runway 31 is still good. I'm going to actually listen
set on medium intensity. All taxiways and ramps patchy ice and patchy 1/8 inch dry snow. Reported 1110 Zulu. Advise on initial contact, you have Tango.
Guessing 3-1 is still the way to go because it's variable. It's
Peoria Tower information, Tango 1854 Zulu, wind 290 at 8, wind variable between 260 and 330.
yeah, 3-1.
Visibility 10, ceiling 1,900 overcast, temperature -3, dew point -7, altimeter 3047. ILS approach runway 31 is in use. Notice airman, runway 31 and runway 22.
Oh yeah, runway 31. We're at Asker 31 at Alpha. So we're on with ground, 121.85. Peoria ground, Skyhawk 52090, requesting taxi to runway 31, intersection departure at Alpha if able.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria ground, runway 31 at Alpha, intersection departure, taxi via Papa Alpha.
Taxi via Papa Alpha 090. Alright, so we got our taxi instructions. We're good there. So we're going to do a run up at the intersection. So we're going to head for Papa. So that's Alpha 4. We don't want Alpha 4. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Make sure he's not going to come over here. Let's go ahead and get over to the taxi location. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. I know I've only done it once before, and I've always had my instructor here and telling me, you know, hey, you're doing a good job, or hey, you're doing absolutely terrible. So this is always a little scary being in a plane by yourself. But I think I'm doing okay. We're gonna look for Papa. There's Papa. Unless they're calling it Pappy. Taxi via Pappy Alpha. I gotta be careful though, because if I say that over a radio, if I go taxi at Pappy, you're like, huh? Pappy? What are you talking about? Alright, here is Papa. Turning left onto Papa. And then we're going to turn right onto Alpha. Clear to the right, clear to the left. On taxi. We got 124.0 in our Peoria Tower for COM 1. Go ahead and turn that on COM 1. Listen in. Lean out to make sure a tiny bit. I don't know if it's that popping or if it's my headset popping. Or I don't know. That's fine. Alright, let's keep going. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Yep, we're still clear. Alright, intersection pressure at Alpha. Blow out the power so we come to a stop. Do our run-up test. Alright, come to a stop. Nice and gently. Alright, run up on the brakes. Fuel set to both, fuel set to both. Trim set to takeoff, trim the set to takeoff. Flight controls, up, down, up, down, left, right. Flight controls are good. Instruments, suction is good. Fuel tank's good. Oil temp, oil pressure good. Amp good. RPM good. Turn coordinator good. Airspeed good. Our HSI and compass not quite matching. A little bit, okay, good. 3047, 3047. Vertical speed good. These aren't, we're not using them. These three are good. That one's good. Good. EGT good. Carb temp don't work, but everything else is good. So instruments are good. Mixture is set to best power. Mixture is in. Best power. Primer is in and locked. 1700 RPM. We can't see. Oil temp, oil pressure is good. We're going to do our carb heat test. Carb heat good. Max at the left. Mag is good, back to both. Mag to right. Mag is good, back to both. Everything's good there. Amps, volts. Amps good. Volts good. We've got oil pressure, oil temp good. Idle check. Idle check good. Back to 1,000. Starter friction good, and we're good on our run up. Gonna go ahead and turn on our landing light, turn off our taxi light, turn on our strobes, and we are all set. So pre-takeoff, no flaps. Make sure you set the best power. Carpet is off for now. No heading bug. Doors and windows are locked. Double check this door because it's a little sketchy. The seat is also see, I'm gonna check. Locked. Landing light on, strobes on, and we're good to go. So now we're gonna contact tower on 124.0. 124.0.
Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 52090, holding short, runway 31 at Alpha, ready for departure.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria Tower, runway 31 at Alpha, clear for takeoff, make left traffic.
Clear for takeoff, runway 31, making left traffic, 090.
Alright, clear for takeoff. Go to the left, go to the right, clear straight ahead, nobody on base, nobody on final. Landing light is on, I'm going to keep that landing light on. Turning on 231. Cleared for takeoff. Making left traffic. Alright, and take off. Rotate. Whew, this comes right off the ground with all that wind. Alright, keep on my runway heading. Pitched for 75. Landing light still on, that's fine. Mixture is all good. Guess I don't really need a map, but I'll keep it open just in case. Watching for 1,400 feet. Pattern altitude is 1,700. Going to be 300 feet below pattern when we make our turn onto the crosswind. We're on the upwind. 1,400, turning onto our crosswind. Going a little slow, so I'm going to pitch down just a tiny bit. 75, there we go. Watching the runway. Oh man, I should have probably, I climbed way faster than I thought I would because I'm still next to the runway. But we're at 1,700, pull our throttle out. Gonna get ourselves into our good pattern. The wind is coming from a little bit behind me, so I gotta fly a little bit into it. Yeah, see, I'm like crabbing a little bit right now just to keep it. A little high, so let's bring ourselves back down. Man, that wind is a little bit higher than I anticipated. Coming up on our 1,000 footers. And that's our 1,000 footers, 1,500. There's our 88. Out your flaps.
Sky 090, runway 31, clear for the option.
Runway 31, clear for the option, 090.
We've been cleared. Waiting for that right. Gonna go ahead and turn. A little bit more power. Watching that runway, watching my altitude, watching my speed. Gonna go ahead and put in my second notch flaps. on to final. Shallower. Final notch flaps. Not come to a stop on the runway intersection. I remember that one. Yep, short final, runway 31. A little bit of right rudder. Gotta try and aim for those 1,000 footers. And slowly let off. Ooh. That was not a good landing. Flaps up. Onto a stop. The nose dropped really hard right there. Or not the nose, but the whole plane. Alright, full stop, flaps up, carpet in, landing light on, takeoff. The nose up. Rotate. I'm going to extend my upwind this time because the wind is so strong right now that it it made me do my crosswind turn while I was still over the runway. So we're going to extend this just a little bit, make sure I'm past the runway before I do my turn. Keep my hand on the throttle. Like I'm still over the runway, and it's blowing me so far over it. Oh man. Alright, let's do our turn. It blew me like 100 feet off the runway. That's insane. Alright, 1,700, back to 2,000. RPM, 2,100. Let's do our turn. A little bit more trim. Yeah, that was a not good landing, so let's try and do that a little bit better this time. A little bit more downward trim. Watch that 1,700. Now we're in the wind. Gonna listen for tower. And it's blowing me back over the runway again. I'm really crabbing right now to try and just keep it from blowing me all over the place.
Skag 090, runway 31, clear for the option.
Runway 31, clear for the option, 090.
Pull out our power. Pitch press airspeed. There's our 80. Pitch down. Still got to crab this way because it's still trying to blow me. Man. I'm like so far this way right now. I've never had to crab this much. Alright. Go ahead and do our base turn. Watch for that 80. Watch for our altitude. Look at that huge Kroger right there. Beautiful. All right, second notch of flaps. Final. I try and keep my speed up a little bit this time. I don't know what threw me into the ground. I have to go back and look at the footage. But if it happens again, I need to keep an eye on it. And going a little fast. Final notch of flaps. A little fast, a little high. More right rudder. Pointed down the center of the runway. A little low now. Ooh. A little bumpy. Keep it in that right rudder. And start pulling it out. Oh, there is something. Nope, go around.
Superior Tower 090 going around.
Roger.
So I don't know if you saw that on the camera. As I was coming in, it like something threw me up, and then it popped me really far down, and I didn't feel like I could save it at that point. It feels like there's something at the end of the runway that's just pushing me up. I don't know what it is, but we'll try it again. Probably just wind. Flaps are up, carpeet's in. 1,400, but I'm still not off the end of the runway, so I'm gonna keep quiet. Man, I'm having to crab so much. Now I'm straight, but like I'm doing doing this. All right, now I'm off the end of the runway. I'm up on 1,700. A little bit of trim. We're gonna go ahead and do our base turn. Sorry, not our base turn, Jesus. Our crosswind turn. Yeah, doing my base turn for runway 31. Off the end of the runway. Alright, let's see if it happens again. Maybe I need to aim a little bit further down the runway. Not sure what is causing it, but let's try it again. Man, I am going fast. Yeah, let's bleed off some of that speed, get us back up to altitude. There we go. Get power in.
Skag 090, runway 31, clear for the option.
Runway 31, clear for the option, 090.
Repeat. Look at all those C-130s. Man, those things are beautiful. There was an F-16 down there the other day, or actually it was a couple weeks ago, I think. I wanted to ask so badly if I could just go and go and look at it. All right, there's the 1,000 footers. Power out. Pitch for 80. I'm still getting blown towards the runway again. Let's go a little bit this way. Man, what a beautiful day. This is my first time flying in snow, too. I love how beautiful it is. Alright, that should be good. really, really pretty. And also really scary. Because of all the ice. It took us, I think it was about 2-3 hours to de-ice the plane today. Not a great day to fly. Second notch of flaps. Still watching that 80. Outside 75. Watching my altitude, make sure I am on course. Final notch of flaps. Whew. What time is it? 1:30. Okay. Get us back on the center line. See if it'll drop us again. A little bit more throttle. Please don't drop me again. Wondering if it's hitting the runway. Oh man, it needs so much right rudder. Alright, let's just try to land it this time. I know I way overshot it. That's okay, because we just want to come in for a landing. Oh, see, there it was again. Oh, man. Flaps up, carpet in, come to a stop. There is something about that spot. Ground effect today is just really bad. I didn't. Okay. Alright. Carpet in, flaps up, full stop, throttle. Rotate. I'm so used to nice, calm, no wind days that I think this is the first time I'm dealing with a little bit of turbulence and wind and for a while. So I'm struggling just a tiny bit, but that's why we practice. What it's all about. Watching the end of the runway. $1,500. Oil temp, oil pressure still good. Now the wind's blowing me. Ooh. Alright, carb heat.
Skyx 090, runway 31 clear for the option.
Runway 31 clear for the option, 090.
And I am once again too low. Myself back up. There we go. Throttle 700 and power out. 80. First notch of flaps. Just broke a nail. Ow. how I did that. Pitch for 80. Watching the end of the runway. RP is on, landing lane is on. Okay. Let's do our turn. Pitch for 80. A little bit more right rudder. There we go. Second notch of flaps. Final notch. Nope. Don't you dare. Oh man, now I got a citation that's going to be watching me. They got to land perfectly. Watch my airspeed. A little low. Alright. Yep, see, it did it again. Something right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. Flaps up, carpet in. Full stop. Get off the runway quickly. Flaps up. Carpet in. Full stop. Good to go. Rotate. He's going to be lining up behind me in a second. Fix my trim. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way. No, I'm still not up. Still over the runway. Man. Alright, let's go and turn. Would like to watch him take off.
Skywest 5483, Peoria Tower, runway 31, clear for takeoff, turn right, direct to Beaufort.
And runway 31, clear for takeoff, right, direct Beaufort, Skywest 5483.
Skyhawk 52090, traffic departing runway 31 to CRJ2, report in sight.
I have the traffic in sight, 090.
Skyhawk 090, caution wake turbulence, runway 31, clear for the option.
Caution wake turbulence, clear for the option, runway 31, 090.
Go ahead and pull out a carpet. First notch flaps. Watch him. I can see where his wake turbulence ends up. Rotates. Oh, he's well past the 1,000 footers. Okay. Rotated at Mike. Second notch flaps.
Skywest 5483, contact St. Louis departure. Have a good flight.
Contact departure. I'll see you later. Skywest 5483.
Alright, so wake turbulence is at Mike. Let's aim for those 1,000 footers. Final notch of flaps. Gonna slip it in just a tiny bit. Down a little bit. Alright. Add that power back in. Focusing in on the runway. Down to a stop. Flaps up, carpet in. Okay. Flaps are up. And rotate. Oil tempo approach good. Oh. Oh, now the sun decides to come out, huh? About time. Alright, still over the end of the runway. Go ahead and make our turn. Oh, I'm way too high. Bring that down a bit. RP out.
Skyx 090, runway 31, cleared for the option.
Runway 31, I'm going to make this a full stop landing today, 090.
Skyx 090, roger.
This will be my last one. So carpet out. We are cleared. I'm getting a little close to the runway, so I'm going to get a little bit further out. climb just a tiny bit before I pull out power. First notch flaps. Pitch for 80. I'm still too close to the runway. I know my cabin heat's on, but it still feels cold in here. Alright, making my way downtown, walking fast. I don't know the lyrics. Da 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 da. Alright, second notch of flaps. And turning on the final. It's getting a little windier too. Ooh, I say that as I get tossed around. Oh man. Alright, last notch flaps. A little high. Throw in some trim. Okay, now I'm a little high again. Man. Whoa. I think the sun coming out is starting to give a little bit of issues. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Got my airspeed. Still a little high. Got the power for a second. Bring it back. Focus on the end of the runway. And there we go. Flaps up, carb heat in.
Skyag 090, turn right when able, contact ground, 0.85.
Turning right when able, contact ground, 0.85. 090.
All right. So I think I realized what I was doing wrong on those first couple of landings. Why I was like kind of going up and down. I don't think it might have been a wind component, but I think it was mostly because I wasn't focusing on the end of the runway. I think I was a little anxious about doing the solo, and I was focusing too much on what was in front of me. And then I fixed that on the last couple landings, and I was looking straight down the end as far as I could, and that fixed it for the most part. It was still definitely bumpy. There's a spot where it's like it really wants to just throw me down into the ground, and I don't know why. Right, just off of mic, come to a stop, back up to 1,000. After landing, flaps are up, carb heat is off, strobes are off, taxi light is on, landing light is off, repeater heat is off, and we're good to contact ground, 0.85. Peoria ground, Skyhawk 52090, just off of runway 31 at Mike, requesting taxi to Byerly Aviation.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria ground, taxi to parking via Mike Delta.
Taxi via Mike Delta, 090.
Good work out there.
Thank you. It was a little challenging, but I did my best. 090.
He said good job. He's so nice.
See, now I gotta buy him chocolates. Alright, turning left on the Delta, clear to the right, clear to the left. I see a truck out there, but he's just sitting there on the end of the runway. Oh, a little fast. The wind's pushing me down the runway. or down the taxiway. Alright, clear to the left, clear to the right. Yeehaw! Now I'm getting pushed by the wind. I'm getting really pushed by the wind. Up and away, keep my ailerons pointed so that the tail stays down on the ground. And when I turn, it's going to be coming into me, so I need to do this. There. Actually, now I'm going to push it towards neutral. Pointing into the wind. Follow the taxiway. I'm trying to figure out where I want to park because don't know. I'm pretty sure Cameron said he's going to take it. So if he is, I don't know. I'll find a place for it. No, nobody took my spot yet. You know what? I'll just park it over here. I don't hit another plane because that would be very bad. Working on this T right here. My wingtip. All right. Carrying LT Verify Silent. Thank you for joining me. See ya. Avionics off.